The suburbs of Philadelphia are made up of so many different towns and so many different price points, everything from $100,000 up to multi-million-dollar homes. But today we're going to focus on some of the more affordable towns with an average home sale price of under $500,000. In no specific order, starting with the first town, which is Percy, Pennsylvania, with a population of 9,192 residents. Percy has a median home sale price of $439,000, and looking over the past year or so, the lowest sale price of a home in Percy was $202,000, and that was for a 2-bedroom condo. And also looking back over the past year, the highest priced sale was a single-family modern farmhouse style home that sold for $1,280,000. Starting with one of the pros of living in Percy, which is truly just how quickly Percy is growing. If we look back just 5 or 10 years ago, Percy was a pretty small, quaint town with truthfully not really much to do. It was full of wide open farmland and tons of residential farms. But if we fast forward to today, there is a great thriving downtown with bars, cafes, tons of great apartments and single family homes being built, along with some beautiful townhome developments as well. Percy really has changed so drastically in the past 5 to 10 years. Although Percy has grown pretty significantly over the past decade or so, the town has done a great job with still being able to keep its small, quaint downtown feel, although it is quickly growing. Percy is known to have some great community events, with the most popular one being the tree lighting, which is actually the oldest community tree lighting in the country, as they just had their 114th annual lighting. Percy has plenty of parks, in addition to their very walkable downtown area. One of the main cons that I could see people saying about Percy is the amount of development that they're seeing in not just new businesses and new apartment complexes, but also when it comes to single family homes and townhome neighborhoods. But I don't want you to get the wrong image, because Percy certainly is not being just full of brand new developments, but of course, compared to the past 5 to 10 years, there has been a lot of growth with new developments. According to niche.com, Percy is the 23rd best place to buy a home in Bucks County and the 30th best place to raise a family in all of the county. The second town that we have to talk about is Chalfont, Pennsylvania, which has a population of 4,283 people. Chalfont was rated as the 6th best place to raise a family in Bucks County, and the median home sale price in Chalfont is $498,500. If we look back over the past year, the lowest sale price of a home in Chalfont was $153,000, and that was for a 1-bedroom condo. And on the other side, looking back over the last year, the highest price sale in Chalfont was $1,865,000. The major pro of living in Chalfont is, well, it's actually adjacent to one of the most walkable and popular areas in all of the Philadelphia suburbs, which is Doylestown. Chalfont is roughly only around a 3 to 5 minute drive from Doylestown, so you're only a very short drive from all of the downtown walkability, shops, restaurants, cafes, bars, etc. that Doylestown has to offer. I would consider Chalfont as kind of a hidden gem town, just because you're right next to Doylestown, which has a lot higher average home sale price than Chalfont does. But if you're looking for a more affordable place to live without sacrificing the short drive into a town that has all the walkability, then Chalfont might be a great option for you. Which brings us to the major con of living in Chalfont, which is the lack of walkability. There is kind of a main street in Chalfont, but there's truthfully nothing even close to being compared to the short drive through Doylestown. So if you're looking for a town where you don't have to get in your car to leave to go to another walkable town, and you just want to live and be able to walk right into the center of town in one of these areas, Chalfont might not be the best spot for you. According to niche.com, out of 6,811 total suburbs, Chalfont was rated the 620th suburb for the best public schools in the country and the 686th best suburb to raise a family in the entire country. If any of these towns stand out to you, or if you need help finding a town that better suits what you're looking for, reach out. I would love to help you find your perfect Pennsylvania home. All of my information is below. Let's get on to number 3, which is Drexel Hill, Pennsylvania. Drexel Hill was rated the 18th best place to live in Delaware County. The population of Drexel Hill, which is quite significantly more than some of the towns that we've already discussed, which is 29,231. The average home sale price in Drexel Hill is only $303,000. And looking back over the past year, the lowest price sale in Drexel Hill was a 3-bedroom row home that sold for $110,000, and the highest sale over the past year, which was a single family home that sold for $675,000. The main pro of living in Drexel Hill is this is one of the most affordable towns on our list that we're going to talk about. Another major pro of Drexel Hill is the very close proximity to Philadelphia. So whether you need to commute there for work, or if you just want to go and plan on taking day trips or weekend trips to Center City, Philadelphia, you would have a very short commute of only around 20 to 40 minute drive, depending on traffic. In my opinion, one of the main cons of living in Drexel Hill is that population. Unfortunately, depending on the time of day, the traffic can be quite bad, and overall, because of the very high population in this suburb, it can sometimes feel quite congested right there in Drexel Hill. According to niche.com, Drexel Hill is the 37th best suburb for young professionals and the 49th most diverse out of over 700 total suburbs. Next up on our list is Souderton, Pennsylvania, which has a population of 7,246 residents, and the median home sale price is $469,000. Looking past over the last year, the lowest sale price of a home in the Souderton area was a 2-bedroom brick home for $230,000. And looking back also over the past year, the highest price home in Souderton was $879,000 for a single family home on 11 acres. In my opinion, the main pro of living in Souderton is the very quaint downtown community-based feel that you'll get here by living in Souderton. Souderton kind of feels like the definition of small town America, where so many of the residents know each other. They all hang out together. Their kids go to school together. The town is made up of some great locally owned businesses, which all of the residents support because they all know each other for the most part. Souderton really is that definition small town suburb feel. And if that's what you're looking for, Souderton might be a great place for you to live. One of the main cons of living in Souderton might be just that. It might just feel a bit too small for you. Maybe if you want a larger town, or a town that has a bit of a larger downtown walkable area besides just one center main street, then Souderton might not be best for you. According to niche.com, Souderton is the 168th suburb with the best public schools in all of Pennsylvania out of 711. Fifth on our list is North Wales, PA, which has a population of 3,418 residents, and the average price of a home is only $361,000. Looking back over the past year, the lowest sales price in North Wales was a 1-bedroom condo for $166,000, and the highest sales price for a home was $4.7 million for a single family house on 18 acres right there in North Wales. One of the best pros of living in North Wales is the downtown feel, but also North Wales is right next to the very popular town of Lansdale, which has an incredible downtown feel and significantly larger than North Wales' downtown. Another pro of living in North Wales is the overall cost of living compared to that neighboring popular town of Lansdale, which has an average home sale price of $432,750. So it's almost kind of like a secret where you could live in North Wales and get a much lower home sale price, but only have to make the very short drive or walk into Lansdale to enjoy everything that the downtown Lansdale area has. The main con of North Wales is, truthfully, it is a bit of a sleepy town. There's really not much going on nights and weekends, besides some local community events. But for the most part, if you want the overall feel of a downtown, most North Wales residents will make that very short commute into Lansdale for the restaurants, the shopping, the dining, the entertainment, etc. According to niche.com, North Wales is rated the 182nd best suburb in all of America to buy a house out of over 6,800 total suburbs, and the 38th best place to raise a family in the Philadelphia area out of 532 total places. So what do you think? If one of these towns stood out to you and you're thinking about making the move to one of these towns to buy a home, or you need help identifying another town within the Philadelphia suburb area, I would love to help you find your perfect home. All of my contact information is below. I'll see you over on this next video.